What's up? It is Wednesday, October 25th, which means it's time for another Top 5 Wednesday. I have super been enjoying doing these because it's fun to think of things to name the top 5 of. So today, I'm going to tell you my current top 5 favorite Marvel comic book characters. I say current because these are not my all-time top favorites. These are just the ones that, at this moment, I'm so into. It's a never-evolving list. So you get a nice snapshot in time of October 25th, 2017. Number 5 is Rikki Barnes. Rikki Barnes is from a pocket universe created during Heroes Reborn, and she's sort of an alternate Earth version of Bucky Barnes, except that on her Earth, she is James Buchanan Barnes's granddaughter. And she teams up with Captain America in that world, and then through a series of mishaps ends up transported to Earth 616, which is the main Marvel universe, where she becomes Nomad, the girl without a home is sort of her tagline. And she's just basically this really cool superhero who's part of the Young Allies and does some other stuff. And she's awesome. She's got a really, really good heart. She is super smart. She was going to be a hero on her own without any superpowers at all in her original universe, and just happened to run into Captain America as she was solving something that she had already realized was a problem. And then Captain America shows up also realizing it was a problem and is like, who is this girl who is just wearing a pair of overalls and some gloves and goggles and trying to defeat a big evil? And that basically sums up Rikki Barnes. She is just ready to go and help and do whatever is necessary to stop the bad guys. And that's why I like her. Number 4 is Kate Bishop. And Kate Bishop should be on everybody's list because she's awesome. She is the current Hawkeye. She is smart, she's talented, she has great aim, and she's a really well-rounded human character. And especially her current run is super fun because the issues go between really big villains and scary stuff we need to take care of and hi, Kate is just a girl who has a life. And so you get to get some of those heartfelt human stories as well as the big battling stories. And I like the mix and the match. And I also really like her as a character. I think she's super cool and she's very smart. She's fun to listen to. Plus, she shoots bows and arrows, which from my other Top 5 Wednesdays is something that I wish I could do. Number 3 is Deadpool. I know, you were expecting Deadpool to be number 1 because of, the shirt and the earrings and the general fact that I talk about Deadpool a lot in my life. And he is probably number 1 in my all-time favorite, but as far as what I'm currently into, he doesn't win the spot. So he's number 3. I like Deadpool for a lot of reasons. I like how sarcastic he is. I like his sense of humor. I like how irreverent he is. And I like how tragic his storylines are. I have read early Deadpool and current Deadpool, and I'm trying to fill in the stuff in the middle using the Marvel Unlimited app. And he's just all around great. I love the Merc with a mouth. He's ridiculous. He says whatever comes into his brain. Most of the time it's really funny. I love that he breaks the fourth wall and he talks to the audience. He knows he's a comic book character, which can go good or bad. I love that he rises into being a hero and then falls back into being a villain and is pretty much equally happy in either spot. And he's just great. Deadpool's just great. He is not for children, but he's super, super fun. And I love his sarcastic wit. And I'll keep reading Deadpool probably forever. Number 2 is the other sarcastic superhero, SpiderMan. I love SpiderMan for a lot of the same reasons I love Deadpool. I love him because he's sarcastic. I love him because he's witty. And I love him because he has tragic storylines. SpiderMan also has the added bonus of being a straight up good guy. So you can pretty much cheer for him all the time. Versus sometimes you're like, wow, I just cheered for Deadpool and he did a lot of really bad things. Spider-Man, on the other hand, total good guy. You can cheer for him all the time. I love his story. I love how much he's evolved over the many years that he has been a comic book character. And I really love his wit. And I think that he's super fun. Plus, I started reading Spider-Man when I was pretty young, and I may have a little crush on him, just like a really, really, really small one. When kids I'm on tour with go to meet SpiderMan at Universal, I'm definitely the one who gets excited. They're like, yeah, this is cool. And I'm like, guys, we are meeting SpiderMan and it's the coolest thing ever. Oh my God, there he is. Yeah, if a problem, I'm okay with it. SpiderMan is awesome and everyone should be that excited. Number 1 is Gwenpool. So Gwenpool is the newest character on this list. She was born out of an event that Marvel did where they made all of the covers for the comics for that month Gwen Stacy themed. So there was a Gwen Stacy version of all of the characters. Some of them, Spider-Gwen, have hung around. Gwenpool's another. She is the Deadpool version. But the cool thing about Gwenpool is that her name is Gwen Poole. And she's a girl from our universe, like where I'm sitting in a chair right now making this video, who gets sucked into the comic book universe. She has no powers. She has no talent. She can't shoot a gun. She can't do martial arts. She's basically your average nerd. The only thing she has going for her is that she's read a lot of Marvel comics. And so she knows everything about everybody. Plus she knows the general tropes, like there's always a door here, or there's an escape hatch here, or all the sorts of ridiculous things that happen. Like, it doesn't matter because I'm the hero of the story and everybody knows that the hero can't die right now. They can only die in this situation. So I can just go forth. And it works for her. And it's really cool. And actually in the current stuff, like right now what's happening, she has developed a superpower, which is her ability to sort of know she's in a comic and therefore like reach outside of the frame and travel from pain to pain and use word bubbles to hit people and like transport things between different panels. And it gets super meta and super crazy and also super fun, which is why she's number 1 on my list. Plus, I've read her since the very beginning, and it's cool to know absolutely everything about a character. So those are my top 5 current favorite Marvel comic characters. If you have other ones, please leave them in the comments. Or if you're into things that aren't Marvel, you can leave those comic characters in the comments too. I'd be interested in hearing about them. I'll see you tomorrow.